Hey guys, what's up? Today we'll be looking at a game that just released in early access that tickles all my survival, horror and looting jimimies. I don't know how to say it, but it's good, it's good. It's called Sievert and it can be described as a mixture of Tarkov, Fallout, Stalker and all those other good games, yeah, you know. It's presented in some nice looking pixel art. You know, I love me some nice pixel art. So, this review will be split into 3 parts. In the first part I'll tell you what I do like about the game. In the second part I'll tell you what I don't like about the game. And in the third part I'll tell you what I think they should improve on in future updates.
Do it!
With that said, let's get shooting. And shooting you will be a lot in this game. The world feels dark and dangerous. The pixel art is detailed enough to show a radioactive world filled with animals, monsters and bandits. Weather effects splice up the monotony, complemented by a full 24-hour day and night cycle. There's not a whole lot of music in the game, basically just a title music, but that's fine with me since that only makes the actual sounds of the game so much more prominent. Which I like. Sneaking around in the darkness, hearing footsteps of monsters and bandits on the other side of the wall, it's quite unnerving.
Mechanics.
Your base is modular and you can choose which modules you want to install or upgrade. To do so, you have to gather items from enemies, your surroundings. The modules allow you to craft certain items, give you passive bonuses, or extend your stash. Another thing you're able to do is craft food, medicine, ammo, and repair your gear if you install the corresponding modules in your base. Some modules also provide passive income of crafting materials. There's also a faction system where you can become enemies with factions or become friends with them. However, that feature is not yet complete and I can't really say a lot about how it will be implemented. You can also customize your weapons, add magazines, stocks and all that, all the bells and whistles you can imagine with that. Add scopes, different ammo types, which also have different stats. It feels good. Shooting feels good in this game. Different weapons handle differently and each shot feels like it matters. And of course there's also a leveling system. You gain points in different skills, which improve your skills in that area, but also upon reaching 10 points in that skill tree, you gain a specialization which further improves your character in that area and distinguishes it from other specializations. For example, you can choose the mule, which improves your weight capacity, or you can choose to be a runner, depending on your playstyle. There's also quite a bit of biome diversity considering this is an early access title. There's swamps, forests, malls, camps, industry lots, and they are all filled with loot and waiting to be explored.
The world feels alive.
Different factions of enemies also attack each other, whether it's a hunter fighting a pack of wolves or a squad of the Green Army fighting a bunch of bandits. You often hear shots in the distance and if you're smart enough, you can get some goodies from the aftermath. This, in my opinion, makes the world feel alive and interesting.
Just one more run.
I'll be honest, starting out, I died a lot, and I mean really a lot. But once I got some better equipment, some levels, and a better understanding of the game, it just made click and I could not wait to start the next run after ending one. It really gets addicting if you can get over the harsh difficulty at the start of the game.
Risk versus rewards.
When you're on a run, you have a constant battle in your head, whether to call it a day and go home with what you've gathered so far, or you could still carry something, right? Why not try and get some more loot, right? No medkit, but what's gonna happen? You know, just a few more houses and I'll be, shit. That's how most of my runs go anyway. It's tactical. It's frustrating yet rewarding if you manage to pull it off, and I like that. So, let's get on to my neutral points.
Difficulty and balancing.
When you start out, you are quite weak, and since some of the mechanics are not that self-explanatory, you'll probably die a lot. It happened to me as well, and I must admit it was frustrating to a degree. But I knew eventually it would get better as my character got stronger, my equipment better, and my understanding of the game improved. However, there are still times where I feel it can get quite a bit unfair, like randomly starting to bleed or weird tiny specks of flame which take half your HP in 1 second. So if you don't like some difficulty, maybe this is not the game for you. I, however, quite like it. Good thing is, when you die, you don't lose the consumables and your ammo that you've used on the run, so you might try as many times as you wish. Also, little tip, if you're starting out, stay clear of the nighttime. You're basically blind until you get a torch or some night vision goggles later in the game.
Quests.
Quests are also nothing to write home about really so far. It's gather 5 of these items, kill 15 wolves or find the lost equipment. It's nothing special, but it gets the job done, and they often do offer some nice rewards. It's neutral to me because I don't really think the joy of playing this game comes from the quests or from the story, but from the thrill of the hunt itself. The quests are just another thing to do while you're on the run anyway, looking for that loot. Concluding my neutral points, we shall now take a look at what I do not like about the game in its current state. Inventory management. There are a lot of items in this game, and especially starting out you have no idea what's important and what's not. Adding to that, there's no sorting inventory function, which to me meant a lot of unsorted stash tabs and a lot of chaos. But I'm also not very good at that kind of thing, so maybe that's just me. When you start out, you can carry very little without being overburdened, which makes gathering loot tedious in early game, but it does get a lot better, especially if you get the mule specialization, which enables you to carry a lot more. Grind. It can get quite a bit grindy, especially later when quests get a bit more demanding. Why do these people need 4 DVD players? Are they gonna watch 4 movies at the same time? It's madness.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping!
Visibility.
When I was in early game, it was very hard for me to tell which kind of enemy I was looking at, how strong they were, or if they were friendly or not. I got the hang of it later, after a lot of trial and error, but I still sometimes have a hard time telling whether this is an enemy hunter or a friend of the Green Army. I once lost all my reputation with the Green Army by killing a whole squad of them because I thought they were a group of hunters. So I'll just segue this point into what I think could be improved on in future updates.
Visibility.
When I hover my mouse over an enemy, it could say their type or their faction, which would eliminate some of that. When ending a run, you have to get to an extraction point. I would like to see some visual cue, not only on the map, but also in-game to see where I have to get out. Maybe add some animation to that, I don't know, maybe you could get picked up by a car or a helicopter. That would be cool, I guess.
Inventory management.
Also, I would like to see some improvements to the inventory system. Let me rename my tab and let me sort what's in them.
More of everything.
Yeah, I just like what's in the game and I want more of it. More enemies, more guns, more loot, more base building and more skills.
Multiplayer.
I could imagine this game very well working with a friend. Looting together, hunting together, maybe enemy hunters could also be players, that would be sick. But I know it's probably too much to ask, but a man can dream, right? So, what's my verdict? I give this game in its current state about 8 premium toilet paper out of 10. It has a lot of potential and it seems really polished so far. Yeah, there's a lot still missing and there's bugs and item descriptions are missing and features are incomplete, but in my 12 hours so far I had a lot of fun and I'll be adding a lot more hours to that for sure. So there you have it, that's my review, my first review on YouTube. Thanks for watching, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, you know the drill, everyone says that, right? I gotta say it, so yeah, there you have it. Thanks for watching and I'll hope I see you next time. Bye bye.